Thanks to a new job listing that's appeared in Japan, it appears as though Square Enix are recruiting for something pretty big, and based on the description, it could very well be Final Fantasy XVI. Yep. The curious job listing surfaced on Japanese recruitment website eCareer FA, where an anonymous company has posted that they are looking for a 2D artist to work on a super famous RPG series, and that they are looking for said artist to provide images for the next numbered title in said super famous JRPG series. Now at this point, yes, you could point to numerous potential games in Japan that this could be referring to, but let's dig a little deeper, as thanks to the guys over at DualShockers, we can get a rather good steer on what the job will entail, as well as the company who posted it. The listing talks about how the 2D artist will work on the concepts for towns, fields, dungeons, background props like furniture and emblems, vehicles, weapons, items and map icons. It also notes that the candidate must be able to design with a focus on the importance of the world view. What's interesting though is that from the early description, it's clear that the unknown game is in the concept, pre-production and very early production phase. It's during this time, of course, that a lot of the concept art is drawn up before they go into full-on production. Now, the company who posted, despite doing so anonymously, didn't really do much to cover their tracks. In the profile section, they talk about creating huge RPGs, delivering a large number of games that have sold millions of copies, and having launched online titles, which again, could still refer to numerous companies. But it then talks about how the company have an amusement business which is focused around Taito stations. It also mentions that it has a publishing arm that focuses on cross-media strategy, producing things like manga, and a licensing division which opened an official goods shop in 2012 called Artnia. There is also a rather detailed description of where the office is situated, which when summarised points at this building, the Square Enix HQ. So yeah, although Square Enix didn't openly post the job, and we can't confirm that they did indeed post it, I'm not sure what other company this listing could be describing. Anyway, so the real question is around what game the job listing is for. Now, although Square Enix has worked on numerous titles over the years which of course have spawned franchises of their own, such as Star Ocean, Saga, Valkyrie Profile and Mana, I'd say that only Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, and probably Kingdom Hearts have the right to be called super famous in Japan. And if we look at each of those, then I'd say that Final Fantasy is probably the most likely candidate for the franchise that this game relates to. We know that Final Fantasy 15 is pretty close to being wrapped up now with its DLC cycle, as we're around 6 months into the planned 12 months of content, and the Final Fantasy 7 Remake still has a long way to go. As they previously mentioned it will be a numbered title, this could very well point to Final Fantasy 16. With the release of Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5, that franchise is pretty much just focused on getting Kingdom Hearts 3 out the door, and of course it is the next numbered title. Now, given how quickly numbered titles release in this franchise, I think it's very unlikely that they're even thinking about Kingdom Hearts 4 right now, let alone doing pre-production. From a Dragon Quest perspective, we have Dragon Quest XI releasing in just a few months' time, but we do know that Dragon Quest X was being planned when things were wrapping up on the production of Dragon Quest VIII, some 7 years before it eventually released, so this could also point towards Dragon Quest XII. For your reference, Hachima Kikoru, the Japanese website that noticed the job listing in the first place, they're leaning towards it being Final Fantasy XVI. There have of course been rumours flying around for years with a decent chunk of evidence that suggests that Final Fantasy XVI has been in development for a while with Ito at the helm, but of course nothing has ever been confirmed. What game do you think this job listing is referring to? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. If you'd like to support our channel, head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/FFunion. You can find out how you can suggest video topics, get badges, and get your name at the end of videos like these awesome folks. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Daryl, signing out. I will see you next time.